fighting at the front, fighting at the front, fighting at the front. The old gray mare was fighting at the front long years ago.
Is it doing that?
Good evening, every pony, and welcome to the Old Gray Mare. This is episode 1 of the show with a focus on art. Now, as a reminder, we will be taking calls during the show at 347-915-MARE. Once again, that number is 347-915-MARE, or if you prefer, 6273. Now, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. I'm your host, Purple Tinker, and this week my co-host is the incomparable Garrett Gilchrist, the greatest living actor, who is here with us right now. Say hello, Garrett.
Hello, Garrett.
He's wonderful, isn't he? Our guests today are Egophiliac.
Hello.
PixelKitties.
Hello.
And last but not least, John Joseco. JJ, you there? Hello? He's just shy, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Hello,
Yeah, there
JJ.
you go.
Our charity
good.
guest today is Inky Notebook of the Traveling Pony Museum. And she is here to talk about some of the wonderful charitable works that the Traveling Pony Museum is doing.
Hello.
So, now that every pony is here and introduced, let's get to the questions. I'd like to open up by starting with one of the more traditional questions, probably the most basic of all Brony questions. And I'm going to go through each of our guests in turn and let you break the ice by introducing yourselves a little bit. So, the first question is, how did each of you get into the G4 My Little Pony fandom? You've probably answered this before, but it's always a good place to start. So, JJ, how about you start? How did you get into Brony fandom?
How did I get into the Brony fandom? That was back in last February, and I was just minding my own business on the internet, and a friend comes online and she says, why don't you check this show? And I was like, oh, what show? I said, My Little Pony. And well, with a lot of people, they got, did a double take. Is like, what, My Little Pony? What? It's a new show. It's new, and they redid everything and the designs, and there's like a actual story and everything. It's like, okay, well, I'm skeptical, and so just try one episode and watch Sonic Green Boom, and so I did. I checked it out, and then by the end I was hooked. And I just watched the rest of the episodes they had so far, and I didn't turn back. You can never turn back.
No, you can't turn away from those ponies, that's for sure.
No.
Cool. So, Ego, how about you? How did you get into Brony fandom?
Well, I've always been into ponies since '91. I think I was walking through the toy store, actually, and I saw the molded gift set that had just come out. I think this was right after the first episode had just aired. And I saw the designs, and I thought they were really, really cute, because I hadn't known they were making a new pony show. So I went home and looked it up, and like JJ said, you're hooked instantly. And I didn't know about Brony fandom until like sometime in mid-January, I think after Call of the Cutie had aired. So I was lost and alone outside the fandom until then.
Well, I'm sure as soon as you discovered the fandom, you found that there were an awful lot of people who were interested in the very same show you were.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. It made up for a lot of lost time.
Absolutely. Actually, while we're watching this on the stream, up popped your alfalfa monster.
Oh, bleh.
Exactly, bleh. Everyone loves the alfalfa monster. Cool. And how about you, Pixel? How did you get into the fandom, PK?
Well, it was, I guess, around March of last year, and I was waiting for Dragon Age 2 to come out. I was really excited about it before I played it, and I was spending a lot of time on the BioWare forums, just talking to people and kind of trying to guess what's going to happen in the game and all that sort of thing. And all of a sudden, there was this wave or plague of pony avatars appearing. And it just seemed to happen overnight. It was like one day it's the usual stuff, and all of a sudden everyone's got a pony. And I wanted to be one of the cool kids, so I thought, oh, I know what My Little Pony is. I was totally into that when I was little. So I put up a picture of Gen 1 Firefly, which was wrong and made me not one of the cool kids because I obviously didn't get it. Thankfully, some people were nice enough to point me in the right direction, and I watched the first few episodes, and I really liked it, and the hook was definitely in. But I think it was really set once I got to Suited for Success. And I watched that, and I'm like, oh, I see how this is going to go. It has the fashion pony, who's the stereotype girly girl who's going to make dresses, but it's played out so wonderfully, and Verity was such a great character in it, and so different from what I expected. And then it had the Sondheim homage and DJ Pony and the amazing animation when everyone showed off their actual awesome gala dresses. That was it. At that point, there was no turning back. I was ponied for life.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that how it goes, though? Once you go pony, you never go back.
Exactly.
Cool. So, with that out of the way, I wanted to remind our callers of a couple of important things. You should see up on the stream that we are actually doing, over the course of this call, a charity auction donated by the very generous John Joseco. He's actually going to do a poster commission for whomever pledges the most, in that thread on his DeviantArt, which is linked to from graymare.org/auction. Right now it's at $50. I think I said that bid myself, but all of the money will be going to the MD Anderson Cancer Center at the University of Texas, which is a treatment hospital that treats and researches cancer, and it's a great cause. And if you ever wanted JJ to draw something for you and get a print of it as a poster, now's your chance. So check it out at graymare.org/auction. So, enough of that. Garrett, how about you give these wonderful folks a question?
Well, just a quick question about the cancer, the charity piece. This is fighting cancer, not promoting it, right?
Absolutely. No, we don't do any promotion of cancer.
I'm not big on cancer. Like, if we're promoting cancer, I don't think cancer is a great thing.
No, we're promoting the uncancer. It's like the uncola.
Okay. Now, Ego, I got a couple questions about Moonstuck, because Moonstuck is amazing, and you update it so often. I was disappointed that the April Fool's Day Luna working in an office didn't continue, but. Are you a fan of Homestuck? Because I think I've heard that you're not a big fan of Homestuck, but you just wanted to kind of use that style to get into telling this very daft story of Luna.
Yeah, daft is right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Problem Sleuth, which is another MS Paint adventure. I tried reading Homestuck, and the more I kept reading, I just couldn't really get into it.
Really?
So.
Uh-oh.
Because I can tell that there's more of a Problem Sleuth influence in Moonstuck, in that your story is just completely on crack, basically.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more of a parody of Problem Sleuth. It's just the name that's really a homage to Homestuck.
Well, why couldn't you get into Homestuck? Because I keep trying to get. I've been very evangelical lately, trying to get people into Homestuck, and I like the Problem Sleuth too. But Homestuck it's much deeper, it's much richer, and much more meaningful as an epic, I think. But how far did you get? I guess.
I think I got up to like the part where they were reading the journals of the troll ancestors. I mean, I got pretty far into it.
That's very far, yeah. And you just
so I really gave it as much of a chance as I could, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because it gets so complicated and deep and everything, and I don't know. I just kind of like the lighter Problem Sleuth stuff a little more, and I don't know. I think it pretty much just comes down to it not being my thing, which I think is kind of ironic because I'm introducing a plot into Moonstuck, which is making it more complicated and deeper and everything. But
Indeed.
It won't ever go to Homestuck levels.
Oh, it shouldn't. I think you should stay whimsical. No. That's a shame, Doug. I'm a big Homestuck fan, but you yourself wear a trilby rather than a cartographer's cap. But how much of a plus 10 sense of style does your trilby give you compared to the cartographer's cap? And do you feel bad that your hat is not as multi-purpose?
I wish I could make my trilby into anything. I wish. So yes, I do feel a little bad. I also do not have Luna's +7 origami skill. Unfortunately, I can't even do basic origami. So even if I could fold my hat into anything, I wouldn't actually be able to. Yeah.
Well, what's your usual daily routine here when you're producing so many panels of comic and so much artwork?
Well, specifically in relation to Moonstock, or just in general?
In general, yeah, in general, certainly. But you do put out quite a lot when you're updating on a Moonstock day.
Yeah, well, the thing with Moonstock is that it goes pretty fast, the panels, and I take commands for it, like, right then. So, yeah, I can usually get if I'm in a productive mood, I can usually get about 10 to 15 updates out in a day, which is a lot, actually. Yeah, I pretty much spend all my spare time drawing, like, all of it. So...
Well, what else do you do that's not spare time?
That's a hard question.
Are you like Business Luna in an office, or?
No, I do freelance art right now. It's not going too well, but that's
not surprised. That's hard. I know very well. That's a hard racket.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I have probably more spare time than I should.
I know that feeling very well. You need people to give you commissions right now? Do you need some money from people? So if anybody's listening.
No, I'm working on finishing up the commissions I have right now. I am hoping to open commissions again after I finish those, but I'm going to see how it goes.
Have you had like a lot of bad experiences with freelance art, or is it just hard to drum up the work?
It's just hard to get the work. Yeah, I mean, I know the basics, like, don't work for spec, and make sure all the licensing fees and everything are worked out beforehand. So I don't think I've had any really bad experiences. It's just not a lot out there because it's such an oversaturated market.
Sure. Keep hearing that artists are making like half of what they did before the reception. Or reception. The recession.
The recession.
Well, yeah, like the wedding reception. I've had "Love Is in Bloom" in my head, and I don't know why I can't.
He's got reception on the brain.
Have you ever done work for like a job art, which was awesome, which you'd actually show, or is it more just kind of like graphic design, kind of Business Luna?
I don't know. I mean, it's I don't think there's anything I really have any inclination to talk about publicly.
Sorry.
Which that makes it sound like I did something
terrible things in the night.
No, it's I don't know. I like to keep my work separate from fandom as much as I can.
It is hard to make a living as an artist, and it's rewarding knowing that you're not working, being Business Luna in an office job. But it's hard to make the ends meet.
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky right now. The situation I'm in, where I can kind of get away with not having a lot of work right now. But yeah.
That's always a
Well,
difficult situation.
how long have you been drawing? What did you used to draw before Ponies, or how did you kind of get into things?
Well, I mean, I've been drawing all my life, since I could hold a pencil. I used to draw mostly humans. I think the thing with ponies is that I haven't really stopped drawing the kind of stuff I drew before. It's just that I draw so many ponies, it looks like I have, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I still do a lot of toku art and a lot of original art. I just don't post a lot of it.
All right. Hey, Tinker, ask JJ something. You can ask JJ something.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to. Well, actually, how about this one? Bearing in mind, JJ, that this is a PG-rated show, but bearing that in mind, I'm sure that your answer to this is still going to be incredible. You must get a lot of requests. You're obviously an extremely well-known artist within and without the community. And I wanted to know, what is the oddest G or PG-rated art request you've ever had? The weirdest, most out-of-left-field thing someone ever asked you to draw that was appropriate for the foals?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's one I did last year, and it was on one of the live stream request streams I did, and this one sticks out in mind. It's a toaster that's flaming. A flaming toaster, surrounded by flames. He has glass shades on, and he's beating a line with a chair.
and you got paid to draw this?
Oh, no. This was requested, and I'm like, this amused me to no end, and I had to draw it.
Wow, that's amazing, actually.
Yeah, there were a bunch of others, and but as for like commissions and stuff, I never got anything that weird or silly. So
I guess if people have to actually plunk down some bits for it, they're not going to request anything too off the wall.
Yeah.
I've just been informed that.
But in your live stream.
Yeah, they get to see me draw this silly thing live, and they got a kick out of it. When they got a kick out of it, I got a kick out of it.
That's awesome. By the way, I've just been informed that PixelKitties is going to have to kick out a little bit after 11, so I guess we're going to do most of our questioning of PK before then. And I guess that means I have to move up on one of my nefarious plans. This was something I planned on doing a little bit later, but since PK has to kick out in a little bit under an hour, I guess I'm going to drop this one on you guys now. Well, first I need to ask you an important question, a very important question. Other than G4, what would you say is your favorite of the various generations of My Little Pony? First, Ego. What would your favorite non-G4 generation be?
Oh, God, that is a really hard question.
3.5, of course.
Oh, yeah.
No prompting them, Garrett.
Oh my God, that just rivals G4, and it's amazing. Yeah, no, I think G1 because G4 actually reminds me a lot of G1 in that it had a fair amount of world building, and like things actually happened. And there were a lot. I'm sorry, I'm totally failing at talking right now.
No, it's okay. It happened.
Yeah, but
We have ways of making you talk, Ego.
Well, we got Pixel email you some of her fine beer.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, I think maybe I had a little too much of her fine beer.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, no, the G1 had that kind of world building thing going on where there was a pony world, and there were all these distinct characters and types of ponies, and it had villains and just all the awesome stuff that G4 has.
Cool. Good answer. Well, there are a lot of similarities between G1 and G4. And, I mean, heck, we all know that Lauren Faust's original pitch for the show was based on reimagined versions of the G1 characters, so I can get wholly behind that answer. And how about you, JJ? Other than G4, what would your favorite of the older generations be?
I have to agree with Ego, G1, because I do have memories of watching that show on TV, back in the day.
All right, 80s kids represent.
Yeah.
Hey, dear.
Yeah, so, but I recently, someone recently, showed it again, and I'm like, oh, it's not so bad, I think it was the movie.
Yes.
I can't remember the movie.
The one with Danny DeVito?
I can't remember. I forget. Some of the ponies got kidnapped. Was that Castle movie or something like that?
Oh, Midnight Castle.
Yeah, Midnight Castle. That's it. I remember that, and I see Firefly right in that show, and it's like, yeah, you know what? That is Rainbow Dash. Because Rainbow Dash is my favorite. But yeah, G1, yeah, that's the one. I did it after G1. I shut myself off from all other pony stuff, so I do not remember any of the others. I hear a lot of horror stories of G3.5, so.
Yeah,
G3.5 killed my entire family. People don't know.
I'm truly sorry for your lots.
I'm the only one left. It's a very sad story. I actually remember the older generations because I had an ironic thing with the older generations going for a while because I dated a girl in Wisconsin. It was a long-distance relationship, which was a bad idea, but they sent us a bunch of gag gifts. My best friend was dating her best friend, and all the gag gifts they sent him were wrapped in orange and were about how cool and manly he was. And all the gag gifts they sent me were wrapped in pink and were about how I was a pretty princess. I got a purple sparkly bra, and they sent me a G3 Pinkie Pie. So I wound up buying her a G1 Applejack. I probably still have that G3 Pinkie Pie. And when I had a job in Missouri at a medical billing place, and one of my workmates was horrified that I actually knew the names of some of the ponies because of this ironic thing, and was horrified, and he was saying, I go out and I hunt ponies, I kill ponies. So I started to kind of learn these G3 ponies ironically, and I still have a G3 Scootaloo in my car, and so it's like a sticker, and so it's very ironic that I wound up actually liking the show.
That is ironic. Sometimes that's how these things go. But, wow. Now we just have to ask Pixel. Pixel, if I recall, you did an adorable take of Twilight Sparkle and Trixie as Lula Moon in G3.5 style. Is that right?
Yeah, if I had to pick, I'd definitely say G3.5 is my favorite because I do love tea parties and dressing in style. So I hate to be unoriginal, but G1 is my favorite. I grew up with some of the videotapes, and I distinctly remember watching Rescue at Midnight Castle. And while my adolescent brain remembered it as much more awesome and hardcore than it actually was when I went back and watched it, it was still pretty cool. It was still, it still had demon centaur guys and ponies turned into dragons and pulling dark chariots, and it was kind of awesome. And I had a Twilight, and I still have my my Firefly figure sitting on the desk in front of me. So yeah, quite unironically, I think there's a lot to like about it. The ponies' voices is not one of those things, but there is a lot to like about it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you guys all answered that question. And for your own sake, Pixel, I'm kind of glad you didn't actually say G3.5 because of what I'm about to drop on you three next.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
I have a special challenge for each of you. Before the show is up, could each of you draw your OC in the style of the generation you picked? In other words, G1 style.
Oh.
That is
my
my
God.
special challenge to you
They're
three.
hippos. They're hip ponies. They're going to be hippos.
Exactly. So I want to know if you guys can draw a hip pony JJ, a hip pony Ego, and a hip pony Pixel.
Oh.
Hip, like a G1 style?
G1 style.
And they're all hips?
Oh no, she was just saying that they look like, he was saying they look like hippos.
Oh, they look like hip. I thought you mean like hip and hop, you know?
Oh no,
They
although,
got
you know, I
changing
gotta
on
say,
their
G1 ponies are kind of hip, you know.
Before they were popular.
So yeah, that's my special surprise for you guys. I don't mean to grill you too badly or torment you. That's just my little challenge for you three as guests.
Oh, they got to draw it now?
That's the idea, but you know, later would do too.
Okay.
I know you got to go,
Okay.
Pixel.
I will do my best, but I don't know if I can do it right now. I will see what we can do.
She's going to see the Avengers. Come on. You can't stop someone from seeing the Avengers. That's
Oh
not
yeah, I'm
even
looking
cool.
forward to seeing it myself. It looks fantastic.
I'm very excied. It's
I
been
love
hard
it.
to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
So speaking of working on things, when you are drawing stuff, why don't you guys each tell me a little bit about the tools that you prefer to work with, both hardware and software? Starting with you, Pixel. Oh, and there's that G3.5 picture you drew. Just came up in the stream. But yeah, so what tools do you like to use to draw, Pixel?
Since I do mostly comics, I kind of work in stages. I start out in Word, actually, or a word processing program, just sort of coming up with the jokes and the scene and who's in them and what are they saying, and I break it down panel to panel. And then the next thing I do is I take my Wacom tablet and I really crudely and unimpressively draw a rough version of what's happening in each one, and I try and figure out which panel's going to go where and try and get down the flow from one to another. And finally, I actually use a mouse, and I haven't used Illustrator since like my first year of art school, so I have to kind of in Photoshop fake the show's look and sort of the vector format, and I just build up each character, each background element, each background setting, all of it a little piece at a time using sort of curves and shapes and then filling in those shapes. So it's really backwards and it's really convoluted, but it's so far given me the look I want, and I just wish it didn't take so long.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've heard about you using your mouse to draw, and everyone seems really impressed by the fact that you can.
They
pull off
really
this
shouldn't
amazing
be.
art.
It's really just stupid.
I can't argue with the results. Okay, it seems we've got a caller. Let me see if I can get this caller hooked up. Let me see. All right, let's give this a go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
This is
You ready to go
Purple
on?
the Old Gray Mare.
Yeah, I'm right here. Hi,
Oh, is she
Purple
live?
Tinker, it's Gavel.
I'm sorry, this is who?
Hello. Hi, this is Cabell
Hey, what's up?
for Rainbow Dash Shot. Hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry.
Cabell.
How you doing?
We're doing well. So
How's everything?
everything's going good. So who did you want to ask a question of?
Hey. I had a question of you. What's the charity all about?
The charity is all about giving, element of generosity, all that good stuff.
Oh.
But it's specifically
Okay,
this week. This week we're doing two charitable things. Each week we're going to be doing a charity auction or some other sort of competition during the time of the show itself. And this time that is an auction for a JJ poster commission, which you can see at graymare.org/auction. And the high bidder gives the money to JJ. JJ gives the money to the MD Anderson Cancer Center with the University of Texas. And he does a poster for the winner. And I print it out and he signs it. And they ship it to the winner. And also, we also will promote each week a different charitable cause. This time, it's Inky Notebook with the Traveling Pony Museum promoting buying gifts for kids at the Seattle Children's Hospital, which the Traveling Pony Museum will be traveling out to when they go out to Seattle for Everfree Northwest. Does that answer your question?
I see. Too bad I won't be able to make it. I've got work, with all my busy schedule and whatnot.
Hey, you're a busy man. What can I say?
Yeah, what can I say? Hey, where can I donate?
To which? To which cause?
Which is the main cause for the children in Seattle?
Oh, well, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. If you'll go to graymare.org, that's GREYMARE.org, and you go to the home page, there should be a link, and it says, help them out, pledge some money to their Kickstarter. So you just pledge some money to the Kickstarter, and they've already reached their goal, but anything above and beyond that goal is going to be used, at least partially, to buy gifts for the kids. The rest will go to buy new stuff for the museum, which in turn will be shown to the kids and to the people at all the various conventions that the museum will be traveling to.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all right
Sounds
there
like an
on the
awesome
home
plan.
page.
All right. Okay, I see. All right. Well, anyway, thanks again, Purple Tinker. That's all I wanted to know. Hey,
Not a
good luck
problem,
with everything with the charity.
Thank you. It's
All
always
right.
my pleasure to
Hope
work
to
with
see you
you.
more often. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
hope
be
to see
sure
you
to
more
let you
often.
more
Right,
often.
Okay.
Guys, again, this is
All
Pablo,
right, yeah,
administrator,
don't
or
worry
rather
about it.
founder of RainbowDash.net. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. There's a little bit of lag here. But he's an awesome guy. Every pony, give him a hand or a hoof.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Pablo.
You have
All
a
right.
good one.
You too. See you around. Wow,
Goodbye.
we've already had our celebrity call-in. That's kind of awesome.
Indeed. I thought he said cattle at first, like it was a bunch of cows calling in.
Yeah, I thought so
that would
too.
seem unlikely,
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought.
I was
too.
like, why are cows calling in? But no, Cabal's a cool guy. Very unique
Yeah.
fellow.
now, JJ, when you're doing this poster for charity, are you going to be drawing it in G3.5 style?
Whatever they want, man.
No,
if they want it 3.5, they'll get it in 3.5.
If he
If it's not a pony poster, it's just going to be in G3.5 style.
if he did it in G3.5 style, he'd probably have to pay them to accept it. Just because, G3.5. Oh man!
I think JJ could make it work. I mean, we're talking to the man who, when he draws Princess Celestia, his version of Princess Celestia is more canon than the version on the show. The version on the actual show of Princess Celestia looks wrong because John isn't drawing her. So
Exactly.
I think John can make this work.
JJ Tia should be canon Tia for sure.
No, that one should be belong to Ego. I like her Celestia. I like her song.
Well, Ego can have Luna. How's that?
Aww.
I like Celestia.
Yeah, she likes Celestia.
Yeah, forget Luna. Just
I'll take the Luna. I'll take the Luna.
You want this cake?
I think we all want it. So we were still on that tools question. So I talked already to Pixel about her amazing mouse painting technique, or rather mouse drawing. How about you, JJ? You're the man with the mechanical hand. How do you crank out so many drawings so quickly? What tools do you use?
Before I switched over to digital art, switched over to using a Cintiq. I do the comic The Lounge, and what I used to do when I ink it, I used to use a Sharpie, and because Sharpies bleed, I had to draw really quick. so that they don't bleed. I do it, and I've been doing it for like several years in a row. So when I totally switched to Cintiq, everything started. It felt natural, because before I used a normal tablet. A normal tablet I just used for cleanup and maybe some colors and shading. But that's it. I didn't entirely draw anything with the tablet. But when I switched to the Cintiq, everything just flies. It's just smooth sailing, and I've been using that in Photoshop 7. That's pretty much what I've been using the whole time. I know all these people are using their CS and everything and the higher Photoshops, but I've been doing pretty good with Photoshop 7 so far.
Hey, listen, if you're talented, then it doesn't really matter what version you're using. Your talent is...
unless you're using the GIMP, because if you use the GIMP,
okay. I see. I should have seen that one coming.
Tinker uses the GIMP.
I will cop to it. Yeah, I'll cop to being a GIMP user. I've done all of my poster work and all of my graphics editing.
You are a GIMP.
In the GIMP. I'm a GIMP.
I find that impressive. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like saying, me draw with rock big, rock smash. Me draw with rock.
Yeah, the GIMP kind of is a little bit like that. Although, I've been using the GIMP since I was in college. I started using the GIMP in like 1997 or 98 when it was like version 0.0.1 or something crazy. And I guess I just got used to it. How about you, Ego? What's your technique look like? What tools do you use?
I use the rock. No,
the rock? Okay.
Yeah, what Garrett was saying.
Because you rock.
Ego, speak a little closer to the mic. You're a little quiet there.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, I use a tablet too. I don't have a Cintiq though. I'm not that lucky. I have the Intuos 4, and I pretty much draw directly into the computer. I do still draw on paper, but I normally use that to just kind of like do layouts and storyboarding and stuff. I usually don't scan things in and then draw over them. So yeah, and I also use Photoshop. I don't do vectors. A lot of people seem to think I do vectors for some reason.
You're just that good. You just fool them.
It's in color, so it looks like a vector.
Yeah, no, I do try to imitate the show style a little bit, but I don't actively try to make it look like a vector. But yeah, I'm only one version ahead of JJ in terms of Photoshop. I'm on Photoshop 8.
Oh, there's an 8?
For CS.
There's an 8?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
We're living in here.
Wait, they're updating software?
We have jetpacks and
people are like,
we don't have to use the GIMP anymore.
You say you use
flying cars.
CS5 or 4. It's like, no, it's just CS.
The original CS,
really
the OG CS.
I like that of all these well-known artists. I with my little netbook that Tinker gave me, I'm the only one using CS4 even.
I'm using
wow, you can run CS4 on Trixie?
See.
You're robot people.
I'm kind of impressed. I didn't figure Trixie could even run CS4.
Well, she can't. That's the thing. Trixie cannot even run YouTube these days. YouTube keeps doing things, but
yeah, they keep getting.
Trixie tries, though. Trixie tries. She always thinks she can do more than she can, and I like that about her. So.
Trixie is the name of his netbook that I gave him, which was actually a step up. I felt I needed to give him something nicer to work on, so he's got this little netbook running macOS 10 called Trixie.
This is the year, Tinker. This is the year I get a real computer, though, because it's pretty sad. My situation's pretty sad.
Mazel tov. You deserve a real computer, and you deserve a tablet and all the other artist tools that you need.
I have a tablet. Cal Payne gave me a tablet. I just don't know how to use it very well. I've used it a couple times. I'm going to keep using it. I've been practicing, but I can't. It's like all chicken scratch. Everything I do on the tablet so far. I don't really get how to use it properly and make it all like draw like stuff that looks like drawings. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure that you're
learning curve with tablets.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was sure that the guests today could definitely help you with learning tablets, because, they're all tablet people, tablet ponies.
Tablet-y. They should, at BronyCon sometimes we should just sit down and someone can actually teach.
That might actually be a good idea. You should suggest that to the BronyCon guys. Make a tablet drawing workshop. Someone in
That's
the chat.
a cool idea.
Someone in the chat just said you hit the tablet until you get art. It's I guess that's kind of like how it works.
We're going to do this thing, and we'll get there and be like, Garrett, stop drawing with your feet. That's your problem.
Problem solved.
It's like how you fix things in Team Fortress 2 by hitting them with a wrench. So you hit the tablet with the pen, and art comes out.
Yeah.
So, speaking of cons, this summer's going to be absolutely full of pony conventions. It's just nuts, lunacy, how many conventions are coming up.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, Tinker.
That's what I like to think. So, which conventions are each of you three going to be attending? Ego, which cons are you going to?
The only one I know for sure right now is BronyCon. I've been looking into some of the others, but I don't know for sure if I'll be able to get to them yet. But I am definitely going to be at BronyCon.
Well, I'll definitely see you there. What about you,
I have to
Pixel?
walk there.
Which con are you going to, Pixel?
I'm doing BronyCon, obviously, and TrotCon in Ohio. I'd love to go to Everfree, but I just don't think it's going to happen. That's a lot of cons in a very short amount of time, and that one's pretty far away. So,
Yeah,
as
there
much
are
as
a
I
lot
want
of
to go,
cons.
I don't think I'll make it.
Cool. And how about you, JJ? Which cons are you going to?
I know I'm going to BronyCon. I think a week after that, it will be San Diego Comic-Con.
Cool.
And then the next week of that is TriCon. It's like 3 cons in one month.
Wow, so it's like con. You are going to get so many frequent flyer miles, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Do you actually are you actually going to have a table at San Diego?
Yes.
Awesome.
Wow.
I will have a table. Yeah, I sit with a bunch of other guys there, and it's not ponies, so it's like, okay, I do other things too.
Yeah.
JJ, you're West Coast, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on West Coast.
Are you going to hit up Everfree also?
I'm still thinking about it. I got to see the details, and I would love to go, so I have to think about it.
I'm going to be there. We could room together. We could save on hotel bills.
Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah.
Cool.
I only go to G1 conventions now, and Canterlot Gardens, but I'm trying to anything G1 I'll go to. How's that? Just no.
Wow, G1. Well, actually, I am going to be going to the My Little Pony Fair, which is down in Florida this time, which kind of is a G1 convention. Technically, it's an all generations convention, but it was an interesting experience. Were any of you guys at the My Little Pony Fair last year in Rhode Island?
No.
It's really an interesting experience.
But I couldn't.
I went to the My Little Pony Unfair, which was more of a protest. We all carried signs and we're just saying My Little Pony was unfair to non-ponies. It's very speciesist,
Yes, exactly. It's unfair unless you're a pony. But yeah, that's an interesting con because you see more and more G4 people, but it's still primarily G1 through G3, or should I say mostly G1 and G3 with occasional G2 mixed in. It's just a strange mix. Here's an interesting question I wanted to ask you guys. Have you ever received any special recognition or message from someone involved in the show, an animator, a VA, anyone involved in creating My Little Pony, or just from someone else in the fandom that made you feel really proud of your work or just really happy in general? How about we start with you, Ego?
Well, Lauren Faust actually favorited something I drew on DeviantArt that was like a big oh my gosh moment. Because,
oh, wow. Which one was that?
It was like a paper cutout thing of Firefly and Medley from G1. So it wasn't even related to G4, but I mean, in addition to being the developer of G4, I really admire Lauren Faust as an artist, so it was just really cool to know that she liked something I drew.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine a greater honor in this fandom. Absolutely, she's an amazing person, Lauren Faust. I've got the greatest admiration for what she's done with the franchise, how she's taken the best elements of G1 and fused it with, her own creativity and created something really magical with it. How about you, Pixel? Have you ever received anything special from someone in the show or just someone in the fandom?
I'm always really excited whenever Sibsy takes the time to comment on my work or sends me a message or something. She's really awesome, and I it's just like, oh my God, someone associated with the show knows that I exist. So that's always really cool. She actually told me that the guys from Bronies gave them some of the buttons that I designed for them, and she took them back, and she said that some of the folks there are actually wearing them. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
The only other thing is there was one time when I commented on one of Lauren Faust's journal, and she said something I said something stupid, which happens a lot, and she said something to the effect of, "You just made me shoot drink out my nose," or something. So that was a moment of personal pride as well, that I induced some kind of nasal hemorrhaging from Lauren Faust while drinking. So that was cool.
That is awesome. That would make my day if I made Lauren Faust shoot coke out her nose, or whatever she was drinking at the time. That's awesome. And how about you, JJ?
Well, recently, yes, Sibsy started following me, and she said something like, "Oh, I should have followed. I thought I followed you before. You're allowed to punch me." I'm like, "What?" That made me laugh, but I thought, I can't punch her.
So if you ever meet Sibsy in person, you have to punch her.
No, I don't want to do that.
Knock her down. It's going to be a fight of the century.
Fisticuffs.
I expect a full fighting is magic kind of thing.
Now there we go. Secret unlockable characters for Fighting is Magic. Sibsy and JJ.
No.
Just kidding. But speaking of
they would work for 5 months getting them balanced.
I know, right? Yeah, Sibsy is pretty awesome, I gotta say. Recently, she actually sent someone like a birthday picture just a day or so ago. It was one of the staffers from Everfree Radio. She just sent her a picture. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
I have to include another mind-blowing. This broke my brain. Someone said, Tara Strong. She did this after she did her little Twilightlicious thing on her Twitter. I drew a Twilightlicious picture, and she liked it so much that someone told me, like, oh, she's using your picture for her Twitter background, and that blew my mind. And
wow.
Recently there was that Calgary Comic Convention, and they did a panel with her, and she was talking about Twilightlicious again, and she showed the very same picture on there. She's saying, like, why not? I don't know what she was saying about it. So she's saying something about like Twilightlicious products or something like that. But there again was my picture on the screen there, where at her panel. So I was like, wow. So
you did really sum up the concept of Twilightlicious in that image much better than the actual T-shirts they were selling. The T-shirts need to look like that. She needs to have more swag.
I always thought, like, how do I get this to be a T-shirt? Well, I'm still trying to figure that out. So.
You should write Nicole Campos.
Actually, you should also talk to Garrett about that, because he's been involved in the BronyCon T-shirt store since its inception. It was actually, I think, his idea, because Ponies.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, you could make T-shirts.
Well, I've also been involved in desperately trying to get We Love Fine to buy one of my designs and failing.
Well, We Love Fine loved your work. Everyone loves your work, but you know that they're being swamped in applicants, and just keep at it.
Really are.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett, I got to tell you, Wendy wanted to get one of her shirts in We Love Fine for so long, and it took her around a year, but now the BronyCon designs that she did are being sold on We Love Fine, so it can happen to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
To you.
So just as a reminder, guys, you can call in and ask questions of our guests. The number is 347-915-MAYOR. That again is 347-915-6273. And by way of update, the charity auction for a JJ poster commission is up to a whopping $400, which is really amazing. I think they deserve a hand for that.
That's wow.
It's going to be $400 going to the MD Anderson Cancer Center, and the person who wins this is going to get a poster of their choice of whatever they want JJ to draw.
I'll draw almost anything, you know.
Almost anything.
Nothing
And
explicit.
Quantifier, yes.
Nothing explicit, but I can draw you anything, you know. I mean, just say the word.
And someone in the chat just asked how long the show is running. It's running for another hour and 9 minutes. Maybe we'll go a little bit over, but the auction itself will end at midnight.
Eastern? Is that Eastern?
That's Eastern, yes. Sorry to West Coast listeners out there.
Yeah, I'm in the West Coast.
I made sure to always list the times in both Eastern and Pacific. So, and as another reminder, we are still looking for more people to donate to the Kickstarter for the Traveling Pony Museum so that they can buy more toys for the kids at the Seattle Children's Hospital, and also so they can buy more stuff for the museum in general. And you can find the link to that on our website at graymare.org, right on our homepage. I guess it's a good point for me to mention what's going to be happening next week. We're almost reaching the midway point of this show, so I'd like to give a little sneak preview of what's to come in our next show, including some stuff that's not yet on the website. Our next show is going to be focused on con orgs, and we are going to have representatives from Everfree Northwest. I guess it's going to be Markarian. We're going to have Darkly Cute from TrotCon, also known as Pin Philly, the one who makes those metal pins. We're going to have Glittering Pony from Equestria LA, and we're going to have Haybuck from BronyCon, and our charity guest will be Bronies for Good. Now, here's something that's not yet announced on the website. Every week I'm going to have a different co-host. This week my co-host is, of course, Mr. Gilchrist here, the incredible Garrett. And next week, my co-host is going to be Rena Chan of Equestria LA, who's going to be doing the show in Twilight Sparkle's voice.
Oh my God! Oh, that's amazing.
So my co-host is going to be Twilight Sparkle.
Sparkle.
It looks like we've got another call coming in.
She's brilliant. She's terrific. She's brilliant.
She is. Right. Rena Chan is incredible, and it's a great honor that she wants to work with us. It's gonna be amazing. So each week I aim to bring you guys something new, someone new, and each week it's a different theme. This week is, of course, artists. And I can't be more pleased to have you guys on. Seriously, you guys have to be some of the most talented and kind and outgoing individuals in this fandom of ours. And it's wonderful to have you here on the show.
Thank you, dear. You're too kind. Too kind.
Thank you.
For having us.
So,
I don't know why I'm here. You know, the other guys are really talented people. You know, I don't know.
Listen to JJ being so humble. So, speaking of looking to the forward, I'd like to ask a question about what's coming up in the next season, which obviously none of us know. But if you had to name what your biggest hope is for season 3, what would that be? Actually, you know what? Think about your answer because we've got someone on the line. So I guess that question will come first. Meanwhile, keep in the back of your mind what your hopes are for season 3. Caller, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, the old gray mare? Hello? Caller, you're live? And the call dropped. Okay. I guess we will return to the Season 3 question while we wait for the caller to be reconnected. Pixel, what would your biggest hope be for Season 3?
More Trixie. That is what I am hoping for. I want to see the return of the great and powerful one. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can definitely agree with that.
Hello.
So Pixel wants more tricks. Oh, hello. We have a caller. Caller, who is this?
This is Mullet.
Hello, Mullet.
Hey, Mullet. How you doing, Mullet?
Doing well.
So who is your question
All right,
for?
I have a my question is for Mr. Joseco.
Okay.
My question is, what is the first pony that you drew in the fandom?
The first pony, if it's canon, it's a Rainbow Dash. And it was a bad-looking Rainbow Dash.
I can't believe he could draw a bad-looking anything.
It's true.
Yeah, that doesn't seem.
It was pretty good, actually. If I know the one you're referring to, it was pretty good. It was definitely draw friend quality. That's all I'm saying.
No way. But yeah, it was Rainbow Dash. It was first favorite too.
Thank you very much.
But you're saying canon. Did you draw like an OC or something?
Yeah, yes. Before that, I drew. Oh wait, it could be Rainbow Dash first.
What was this OC?
The OC was based on my character from the Lounge, the main character. I drew her as a pony. So I'm trying to figure out if it was that or that one the first. Either of those were the first ponies I drew.
And when did you kind of get clicked into Celestia, I think? When did you start really drawing Molestia? How did that kind of click for you?
You know what's funny? Because I wasn't really a big fan of her till I think in the fall or something, because it's just her little quirks that she was like being a trickster with the one with the teacup, with the tea and cakes, and just the fact that she wasn't doing anything for, she was just sending her main six to go do the job for her. Every time I think about it, and it's like, wow, I like her very much.
My goodness, I've just been informed that I don't even know how to pronounce his name. 09 donated $500 to the Traveling Pony Museum's Kickstarter. That's going to buy a lot of toys for them.
Hi, 09. Thank you, 09. Boy.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm sure Inky thanks you as well. I'd have Inky come on and talk, but I'm trying to get as much question time in with Pixel before she has to leave.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It happens. Listen, movies are
It's not your fault, Pixel. You ruined everything. You ruined the show, Pixel. It just started. You already ruined the whole show forever.
If I had a dime for every time I heard that, I would.
You'd be swimming.
Pretty much.
Never be the same.
It happens.
Well, dimes are pretty awesome. I think my idea of heaven would be Donkey Kong for a dime and a stock full of dimes. What?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
You seem to have an incoming call.
Hello.
All right, hello there. You're all good. Just give us one moment, and you'll be live.
I don't know why that was unmuted. That should have been muted. But okay. That's our background line with our wonderful screener, D-Pad, who happens to also be one of the hosts of the Bronies show. And,
Hi, D-Pad.
He's our celebrity screener. He can't actually hear you, but he will hear you when he plays it back later.
I know all these people. This is strange.
I know, right? Isn't it weird? Okay, it looks like he's in and he's ready, so I'm giving him the go-ahead now.
All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hello? Okay, I just want to ask a question to Ego. I guess this goes to anyone, though, but, Well, have you seen how much wood cloning art has improved, maybe your art overall, or just wondering how do you really think it's helped you that much, or do you feel it's improved a lot of your style overall, or has it affected every other style?
Yeah, definitely, because I think ponies have really helped me to, learn to be quicker and more expressive, and, they let me get a little bit more cartoony, and they let me experiment a little bit with my style in a way that I don't really feel comfortable doing with non-pony stuff, because I'm, just kind of apprehensive about it. But, yeah, I think ponies have definitely helped.
They've taught you amazing things about the moon and about...
Yeah.
We like the moon because it's close to us. Oh, good. Some pony gets that one. So, caller, does that answer your question, or did you have another question for any of our guests?
He dropped out.
Okay, I guess he's satisfied then. Wonderful. So, cool. Where were we? Oh, yes, we were talking, I think, about your biggest hope for Season 3, and Pixel was, of course, describing her wish to see more of that wonderful, arrogant blue unicorn.
Best pony.
Best pony, more Trixie. Awesome. Well, I would certainly agree with you. That would be a great thing to see in Season 3. How about you, JJ? What would you like to see more of in Season 3, or...
There's only two things I want to see. One of them is a life, like a day with a day with Princess Celestia and Luna. Just to see what the day's like, because we don't know what they're doing and why. What is they actually doing? And another one is Scootaloo episode. An episode about Scootaloo, because we don't know about her. We have more episodes about Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom, but no Scootaloo.
I agree. There isn't enough Scootaloo, and we certainly don't really know much about what Celestia and Luna do all day, especially Luna. I mean, when she showed up in the season finale, it was like okay, finally they showed her again.
She should have done that at the end of last season,
Exactly.
What did I miss?
But that was a really well-placed line, though. That was an amazingly well-placed line.
It was very good. It's amazing what they accomplished in 40 minutes, you gotta say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Honestly, it felt more like a short movie than like a long TV show. How about you, Ego? What would you like to see in Season 3?
Well, honestly, I'd actually like to see more ponies from the older generations, especially Minty and Tularula.
Ooh.
Because I really loved how G4 has interpreted some of the older ponies, like Pinky and Cheerilee and whatnot. So I just really like to see them as done by the Friendship is Magic crew.
That would be awesome, and I know a certain BronyCon veteran who would absolutely love to hear what you said about Minty. Of course, I'm talking of Minty. That would be awesome. And also, what was the name of that one character that they resurrected as a G4 character? Oh, I can't remember her name. I think it was one of those ones where it was a male in G1 and she was a female in G4.
Oh, Lickety Split?
Lickety Split, that's the one. And I saw Lickety Split, and I think I remember Minty going on about Lickety Split, and she's like, she was a G1 character. Very cool. Yeah, I do love the way that they modernize those characters.
Can I say my big hope for Season 3, because I think it's time for a shakeup. I think that, like most shows in their third season, when things are kind of need a shakeup, I think they need to bring in Heather Locklear and Rob Lowe and reformat the whole thing as kind of a crime drama, like a procedural.
That would actually be kind of awesome. Well, it does tie in with those wonderful comics about Trixie as a detective.
Indeed. Consulting Unicorn.
Yes, someone makes those. Who is that?
Someone makes those.
Some certain artist. I have no idea who she could be.
Some weirdo. I mean, Trixie, come on. Who would put Trixie in a comic?
So why don't you actually, so that we'll have something nice for you to talk about before you have to leave, why don't you tell us a little bit about those comics? Because I think those are just awesome. I just love the whole detective genre and how you work Trixie into it and yet keep it consistent with the feel of the show. Where did you come up with that idea? I think it's brilliant.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the BBC's modern update of Sherlock Holmes called Sherlock.
Sure.
And the character on the show of Sherlock himself he's very abrasive. He's very, shall we say, confident and boastful in his abilities. He has a tendency to wear a long coat and sometimes a hat. So he really reminded me of someone. And the idea of kind of putting his words in Trixie's mouth just seemed to fit so well. So I decided to try and start combining those two. And lo and behold, it seemed very natural for Trixie to be saying these blunt yet accurate things in the most inappropriate circumstances. So it just worked, yeah.
It really does. It looks like
yes, I thought so too. I was a bit disappointed when Twilight and Pinky took turns in the role of Sherlock in the Mystery on the Express. But
not quite the same.
No one consulted me on this. I don't know why.
You need to be the consulting PixelKitties.
There you go.
Lauren Faust was the consulting producer. You need to be the consulting PixelKitties.
I would definitely hire you. You could do consulting about where exactly my missing socks go to, and if I do the laundry.
I know. Or mow my lawn. You could mow my lawn.
Wait, I was going to say your socks disappear when you mow your lawn.
I think I know the problem.
Yes. We have a caller on the line, actually, so let's let the caller in and see what wonderful question we have. No pressure.
No one gets
okay, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Am I on?
So, yep, you are on the air. Hi, you're here.
All right.
So,
hello, my name is Shad, and... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Shazbot, and I have a question for everyone, if I can. If I can to ask everyone, then I'll just ask one person. But can I ask everyone a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Then I got a question for every pony, and it is, what was your favorite art-related meme or movement to come out of either any episode or any fan idea, like wet mane, ponies and socks and clothes, even just something like celebrities eating cake. Just any one-off random thing that was your favorite thing, your favorite movement to latch onto.
So your favorite meme. Pixel is about to kick out. Pixel, could you answer that one before you leave? I guess not. I guess she walked out. Okay, so I guess we'll ask Ego. Ego, what's your favorite meme to come out of the... any artistic meme to come out of the show?
Oh my god, that's a really hard question.
It's tough. Very tough.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I didn't mean to stump you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, there's a lot of them that I really like. I don't know if it really counts as coming out of like an episode, but I really like the little chubbies. Little chubby ponies.
Oh, yeah. The one with
blobs?
rice. Yeah, rice, blobs. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she started that or if she was she just does the most of them, but they're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They very much are.
They are. How about you, JJ? What's your favorite artistic meme to come out of the show?
Oh, Jesus, that is tough. Very tough. But I have to say, like, for the latest thing to come out of it was the Celestia and the cake, because they did it twice, in the episode, in two different episodes, and I'm like, Yeah, I can go. I can get behind this because by then I'm a big Celestia fan. So, and just having her looking surprised and having the cake and like that made me laugh so much. And I'm like, oh, I gotta have more of that going on, you know. So, and I drew a lot of it. I drew a couple. If I had it my way, I would just keep drawing Celestia and the cake.
I love Celestia and the Cake.
Yeah.
That was just a brilliant call on the part of the writers.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that PixelKitties had to kick out, but she left behind a wonderful picture of her OC in G1 style. She completed the challenge. So there it is.
And Ego's completed the challenge as well, if nobody's seen that.
Oh, really? Ego,
Yeah.
paste that into the chat, and I'll put that one up next. Oh, Ego actually completed it first. I'll be darned. I missed it. I was so busy
quite a while ago.
handling
Ego
all
was
these.
doing like that.
See, Egophiliac is an incredibly quick artist. I remember at the Bronies NYC meetup in, I think, July or August. Was it July or August, Ego? When you called in and did all those pictures?
July, I think.
Yeah, I think it was July too. She called in and she drew like 36 pictures in the course of like a 5-hour meetup, but she was only drawing for like a part of that. She's like a machine. It's incredible how quick she can be. And JJ's really quick too. Actually, all of these guys are really quick.
Crazy.
Oh, this is amazing.
Absolutely crazy.
I haven't done my challenge.
Well, you know, peer pressure, JJ, peer pressure.
Oh, wait, what's the challenge? Wait, what was the challenge again? OC and
Draw
what
your
form?
OC as a G1 style.
G1 style?
Yeah.
Was it G1 or not 3.5, right?
Not G3.5, no, G1.
I will accept 3.5.
So here I'm putting up the picture of Ego in G1 style. This is just amazing, guys. So yeah, wow, look at that. We're getting the screen filled up with G1 ponies. Oh, you said it's not G1?
No, it's G1.
No, I was just kidding. She didn't put the bow on her tail.
Oh.
Okay. I see what you're saying about that. Yeah, it's a transparent
The best part
pin.
of G1 is the...
They all need bows on their tails.
Yep.
Okay.
They're all pretty.
Very pretty.
This is incredible, guys, how you can come up with this stuff this quickly. Listen, I'd certainly pay money for a G1 style Ego toy or a Pixel or JJ or Garrett. Garrett, do you? I forget, Garrett. Do you have an OC?
I plead the fifth.
Because I've seen that dog character that you draw, but I think maybe you should make a...
What dog? I draw a dog. Oh, right. No, that was just a dog. But no, I'm not. I refuse to discuss this question. Actually, I think it incriminates me, and I think we live in a free country where private citizens shouldn't have their motives questioned like this.
Where's the patriotic music when you need it?
No such thing as a free country.
So,
Garrett already is a pony, so he doesn't need a pony character.
Exactly.
It's very true. We're talking about memes, and I'm so happy that some of the things that we fans have latched onto have shown up in the show itself, and that has been such a validation of everything that we are and everything that we do.
Madam Pinky.
Indeed, watch our work, My Gypsy Magic, and Derpy and her muffin bag, and Lyra and Bonbon, and and Derpy, of course, the most obvious example. It's been brilliant. So we'll wait and see whether Gamer Luna is happens in the actual show.
Oh, they do play video games, I know.
Okay, so we've got a caller on the line, guys. By the way, Ego, your mic seems a little quiet. Maybe speak into it a little closer. I think we've got a caller coming in any moment, and then we've got a special surprise, an unannounced guest that will be coming in, and that's going to be...
Am I supposed to leave now?
What's that?
Am I supposed to leave now? Because I've been here this whole time.
That's fine. D-Pad, that's you, right?
This is Shazbot. I've been here this whole time. Was I supposed to leave a while ago?
Oh, well, you've been very quiet, so you haven't been doing anything wrong. So
I didn't want to. I didn't
that's
want
funny.
to derail it. I'm sorry.
Well,
wait
we're going to
if
need
you
to
like.
clear the line, though, so if you could say
thank you.
goodbye
All
to
right,
our guests, but
I'll
thank
go
you
back
so
to the
much for
stream.
calling in.
Thanks, though.
All right, talk to you later. That's funny. That guy was on the line the whole time. Well, he was very well behaved, so no
Yeah,
problem.
very well behaved. No, you get props for that.
Absolutely.
He'll get a treat for that, for his good behavior.
Yes, good guy Shazbot, as someone in the stream said. Absolutely. Shazbot, you're a good guy. Good pony. Here's a question, a quick one, I guess, while we wait for the caller to come in. What sort of music do you like to listen to while you draw? And do you have a favorite Brony musician? Why don't we start with you, JJ?
Oh, geez. I like all kinds of music. Mostly, if people know this from my live stream, I listen to a lot of video game music, soundtracks. But any music that makes me move, it keeps me pumping. Sometimes at night I just get really mellow. I just slow music too. I know people say, "Oh, this music puts me to sleep," but for me, it keeps me awake. I don't know why. It just keeps me awake. It makes me keep drawing. For favorite guy, music guy. No, I haven't been listening to very much lately, but I do like your beat, Pony, Odyssey, him, and Pinkie Pie Swear. But he's been around, not too much, but I've been talking to him, so that's one of my favorites. But there's a bunch of others I can't name at the top of my head. If I hear the name, I will probably recognize it. But yeah, anything goes for music. That just I'm not that picky for that.
Awesome. Hey, listen, whatever keeps your blood pumping and keeps your hand drawing. That's the important thing. I know when I'm programming, and when I'm working on also on my artwork, like posters and stuff, I mostly listen to stuff without lyrics, stuff that doesn't distract my brain. So basically, a lot of dubstep, a lot of techno. So I can relate. You need something that keeps you going, that gives you a rhythm. How about you, Ego? What do you like to listen to while you draw?
Oh, I also like a lot of the dubstep and techno and Eurobeat. I think like what JJ was saying, people from my live streams know that I love Disney covers, which is like a whole genre unto itself. I was actually recently introduced to the music by All Levels at Once, and I think...
Hello? Ooh, something seems to have happened to Ego's connection.
Oh dear.
It's Ego drew a G3.5 and it's infected. It's killing everybody. The G3.5 has escaped and it's killing everyone.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. I think I hit mute by accident. What point did I cut off at?
You're talking about a new band?
Oh, I said that I was recently introduced to All Levels at Once.
Yeah, there you go.
And I just set up the YouTube playlist, just listen to that for hours and hours and hours.
Awesome. Cool.
Your G3.5 Egophiliac is really something to behold, I must say.
Oh man! No! Yeah, I guess I'm going to put that up on the board right now. This is amazing stuff.
Egophiliac always dresses in style. I think that's
I do.
established.
Okay, guys, we've got a caller on the line, and since this question's done being answered, I think I'm going to put them in and give them some airtime. So, without further ado, callers, you're on.
All right, Gaston, go ahead. You're on.
Hello, this is Gaston. And I have a question for Egophiliac.
Oh, it's Gaston. Nobody calls in like Gaston.
Nobody called into a radio show like Gaston.
He's gonna be back for this Elements of Charity thing.
Oh, yeah.
Gaston has no idea what you're talking about, but if he did, then he would certainly be doing this.
All right, so what do you wish to know, Gaston?
Gaston's question is, if a pony episode could have the plot of any Disney movie, what movie would you like to see it ponified?
Plot.
Bambi. So, Gaston could come in just... No, I'm sorry.
Bambi's
They
plot.
did the fire in Ponyville.
Oh, dear.
And, man was in Ponyville.
Plot.
Oh, man.
No, that is actually kind of an interesting question.
Gaston only asks interesting questions.
I can't think when you're doing that.
But it's Gaston.
I think actually something ironically involving Beauty and the Beast would actually work very well. It would fit in with the general type of morals that the show does. Don't judge based on someone's looks, and I think they could actually get around that very easily because they have such a range of creatures they can choose from. I know that there was actually during Putting Your Hoof Down with Rarity and Pinky kept calling Iron Will a monster, and Fluttershy kept correcting them. So I think that shows that they're not really all that well adjusted to non-ponies. Was it Garrett who was saying earlier? The unfair ponies. The pony unfair.
Indeed.
Very unfair to non-pony creatures.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is...
Gaston finds your answer acceptable.
Because cattle called in earlier, and the cattle, the cows, they can talk. They're sentient. They have minds of their own, but yet they're treated like cattle. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they get a pretty good deal. They get lodging and food and everything.
I think it's slavery. I think they're slaves.
Ooh, now that's definitely kind of grimdark right there. Someone should write a fan fiction about the plight of the cows. They should call it that too, the plight of the cows. It would be very serious business, guys. I wanted to point out that G3.5 Ego is now sitting there on our live stream in the corner, and I gotta say,
waiting to destroy us all.
If all of the G3.5s were that adorable, I might not have as much of a problem with G3.5. That is seriously cute.
When did they approach Eagle for 3.5?
We'll hear a story from Shirley.
Awesome. Actually, I think D-Pad himself wanted to ask a question. D-Pad? D-Pad, you can pick up your microphone? I guess he's having a snack or something. Okay.
Well, didn't you say he couldn't hear us?
That's right.
He couldn't hear us. Weird.
You really can't hear us.
I guess I'll move on to the next question.
Now. It's very sad.
So, yes, the special nope, he woke up.
Oh.
All right, D-Pad, you're unmuted, so you had a question?
I was taking a call.
Yeah, it happened.
Oh, you're taking a call.
Yeah. All right, now this is a question for Joseco, and it's one that I definitely have to wonder. What possibly inspired the creation of the duck faces? I love that concept way too much, but I have to know where it came from.
Oh, you know what? I was driving around, and I was just thinking about things, and all of a sudden I thought there was a comic, I forget, it was like a Greek comic, or I don't know, about this guy, and there's the sirens. I don't know if you ever, and when he looks at the sirens, they're all doing the duck faces, and he said, I hate it when they do that. And I thought, hey, I think you could do that with ponies, but with the princesses, I thought it was
like a Kate or something.
Yes, I forget. I think I could find it up somewhere on that. But that's where I got the idea. I thought about it when he said, "I hate it when they do that," and it's like, yeah, there's people who like to go in the front of the mirror and they just take pictures of themselves and they're doing the face, and they're like, can ponies do that? I think they can do that. And then I remember Rarity doing it too. I saw Rarity, and I'm thinking, why hasn't anyone else done it? Is Rarity the only pony to be doing this? I know Sweetie did it once. I think some people did it once as well, but like it didn't catch on. I guess because a lot of people didn't like the duck face. For people.
All right. Quick follow-up question. Can you do a Nightmare Moon variant?
I've been asked a lot of that. I've been asked a lot.
I figured.
I believe I am leaning towards that. That kind, and someone wanted me to do a Twilight and Shining Armor as well. So I probably...
All right, now, so whoever that caller was that I sandbagged to ask my question, you can go ahead and call back in.
Apologies about that, caller. Let's get this one caller in, and then I've got that special surprise that's been pushed off a little bit. Caller, you're on the air? Caller? Okay, I guess the caller dropped off. Technical difficulties. Okay, then, at this point, then, I would like to introduce our charity guest, who this week is Inky Notebook of the Traveling Pony Museum, who, of course, is talking about that wonderful drive to bring toys to the kids at the Seattle Children's Hospital. And also, as a special surprise, I've got Rommel from Bronies for Good on the line. Rommel, say hi.
Hello.
Wow, that's the most evil Bronies for Good laugh I've ever heard. That's amazing.
Because I'm a Brony for evil for the next 5 seconds.
That's awesome. That's awesome, too. A Brony for good for evil. And, Inky, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Wonderful. So why don't you guys tell us about the charity work that you're working on this week? Starting with you, Inky. How about you?
I'm actually about to announce the winners of the charity raffle. Last week we had a large charity event to help fund Maddie Peters' charity, Inked Up for Africa. For those of you who don't know, Maddie Peters is the voice of Scootaloo on the show. And in 24 hours we raised $5,000 and was able to make that donation and complete her funding.
That was crazy.
It was really crazy. It was awesome. It was so much fun. No one got any sleep. But I actually have the drawing. Hopefully we can announce it here, the winners for the prizes for the charity raffle.
Is it me? I didn't enter, but is it me? Can I have it? Can I have it, please? I want.
No.
I want it.
Oh, you have to enter. But but also as I've been posting in the chat, and we got a generous donation of $500. The Traveling Pony Museum Kickstarter, it has been fully funded.
$9, right?
It's up to it's over $4,000 now on the Kickstarter. The money that we raised was for travel to be able to make it to all the conventions this summer, but all the money raised, over the goal is going to buy toys for the kids at the Seattle Children's Hospital when we go. So I'm trying to get a rough estimate now of how many kids will be there so I can buy the appropriate number of toys.
Buy toys for all the kids.
Oh, yeah.
If you hadn't been able to get the money to travel, would you just have called yourself the Pony Museum?
Well, it was originally an idea that wasn't going to travel. It was actually just going to be a small event at BronyCon, and it kind of spooled out of control and became this really awesomely huge thing. And here we are today with the Traveling Pony Museum. But, I'd probably... I'd be either taking it out of pocket to be able to make it, or selling my couch. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But I'm very thankful to everyone in the community who's helped out. It's amazing, and I'm definitely going to be able to make it now to all the conventions this summer.
Awesome. So you wanted to draw those winners on the air. I think that's a great idea, and I'm going to give you guys the chance to do that drawing. But first, we need to take this caller who's been waiting patiently. Let me make sure they're still on the line. All right. I'm giving D-Pad the go-ahead. And hopefully they're still there. Traveling Cats Museum. I like that. Someone just mentioned in the stream.
I like that, definitely. The Traveling Couch Museum. That's what we're called in our off season.
Exactly. All right.
When will the Traveling Bed Museum be?
Okay, you're live.
Call in user. Hello.
Hello. Hi. This is Flavin Diggle.
I am calling because I had a little question for all of the artists.
Mm-hmm.
There are a massive amount of aspiring artists out there who really want to, get into it. What advice do you have for them that they all want to sort of be recognized and do something great? Is that...
Sorry.
You decide who's going first here.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I think I've actually talked on a panel and stuff before about learning to take critique and, and being able to hear people say things like, this is what's wrong with your art, this is what you need to fix, without taking it personally, which, not to say that you should let people, walk all over you and insult you and everything, but just being able to tell the difference between an insult and someone who is, trying to help you realize, what could make your art look better. And I think one of the other big issues that I see a lot of people do is I see a lot of people focus on things like what software to use and what tablet to get and everything, and those are all things you want to think about, but I think I see people focusing too much on that, whereas they think, I'll get a tablet, my art will, suddenly improve, like, exponentially, and it's not really about the tools or the software. It's, just the only way to get good at art is to just draw as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you are using, like, a piece of rock on a paper napkin. The software and tablets and everything can, help you learn painting and stuff like that. But to really draw, you just need to draw. It doesn't really matter what you use.
Good advice. Thanks.
Is that it, or should I input my thing?
Do you have 2 cents to put in?
I'm done.
I agree with the Ego. Just keep drawing every freaking day. I was given advice by another professional artist, and he told me this: just keep drawing every chance you get. Draw, because you know what? It really is true. Practice makes perfect. And even if I kept drawing, there's always something new to learn. Also love what you draw. Love drawing it. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it feel like it's a chore to draw. Because if you love it and you draw it and you share it to people, they will see this. They'll see the love that's put in your work, and they will say, "Oh, this guy put so much, put so much love in their work. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic piece, and it shows." And people will start to follow you because you're just pouring your heart and soul into these pieces of yours. So you just have to love it. That's about it. Just practice and love your work.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I know it sounds completely cheesy and unhelpful, but that's really just it.
I would recommend stabbing one of these 2 artists and drinking their blood, and then that will turn you into them.
Well, I did suggest
that's what the G3.5s are for.
No, what you need to do is assimilate them into,
There you go.
Genius being, and then you can absorb all their talents and then use those talents to become famous and rich.
I tell people to just, eat my brain, and they may have power,
All artists under the Traveling Pony Museum are protected by a force field and cannot be eaten or drained of blood.
Yes, they're eat-proof.
It's not unreasonable. Nobody can eat your eyes.
And right? And Eland85 in the stream, hi Erica, says blood is a great lean source of nutrients. It's very true. Actually, in many countries they eat blood sausage. It's a part of this balanced breakfast.
Erica is a vampire. I did not know this about Erica, but
Still
Erica's
didn't
a
catch
vampire.
on? Yeah,
Okay.
she's a vampire. She's definitely a vampire. So
A rainbow drinker of some kind.
I've added the JJ pony. He completed the G1 challenge, and there's the beautiful sketch of G1 style JJ on the stream, sitting on top of our ticker. And I wanted to turn the mic back
Our
over.
purple ticker.
The purple ticker, yes, very cute. I wanted to turn the mic back over to Inky so she can get that drawing out of the way and let some very lucky ponies know what amazing prizes they've won. So, Inky, it's all yours.
It's me. I win.
Oh yes. All right, so this has been a long time coming, actually. I started this charity raffle months ago, and it's come to fruition, and it's come to the end, and it's raised all the money that we wanted to, and everything went to charity, and it's awesome. So let's give out some awards to people. The first set of awards is 15 prize winners for what I have dubbed the Berry Punch Awards. I've made up really dumb names for them. Yeah. Everyone just kind of look at their screen and just go, why? All right, so let's do some drawing. All right, so I have everyone's tickets up. All right, the first winner is ticket number 239, who is Matthew Maharan. They win one
Matthew McConaughey, come on up.
They win one randomly opened slime bag, Applejack Brushable, and a poster print.
Oh, Inky, you're taking notes on these, I hope?
Yes, I am.
Although the stream's being recorded, so we can always play it later.
Yeah, let me write this down on the stream too, I guess, so that works. I will organize my screen again. Okay, so no, not Matthew McConaughey, Matthew Maharan.
That's right. Good. Now remind me, Inky, is this the drawing where you pick who wins that ginormous prize?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So for those who are not aware, the grand prize in this drawing is an all-expense-paid trip to BronyCon or Everfree at your choice, valued up to $1,000. They will pay for your flight, they will pay for your hotel, they will pay for your tickets, everything. So whoever wins this is going to be very lucky.
I will buy you one beer if you meet me in person.
There we go.
And you are.
What if you're just not our type?
What if you're what?
You can buy them some apple juice, some fancy
Yeah,
cider.
we can have cider, like non-alcoholic cider. Actually, I had some really good alcoholic cider yesterday. I had some really good alcoholic cider yesterday. It's pear cider. I know, I've shunned the fandom and gone with pear cider, but it was so good. It was so good. Okay, so we have ticket number 2. Ticket number 2 goes, the winner number 2 goes to ticket number 326, which is Candlelight Gardens. Candlelight Gardens happened to donate a lot of money for the charity raffle, and they bought about 100 tickets. Let's see. Oh, by the way, all the prizes are randomized too. I'm not just like, I'm actually picking a number and then picking a number that corresponds to a prize. So Candlelight Gardens gets. Candlelight Gardens wins one randomly opened blind bag and 2 poster prints.
Awesome.
Yay!
So who's the next wonderful winner?
Ticket number 394 is the next winner, Paul Altman. They get something special. They're getting one randomly opened blind bag, 1 poster print, and a custom Lyra scarf made by Fantasy.
And Fantasy is an incredibly talented pony. She does great work.
It is. It's very good.
Yes.
I still can't get over this whole pear thing, Inky, though, because I think Dr. Who's is very mad at you right now.
I love Dr. Who's. Oh, sorry, that's the next winner, by the way. Sorry, I posted that early. That's next winner. Ticket number 102. Catherine Segru is the next winner. Sorry, I took that early. But I love pears, and I love Doctor Who, so he can forgive me just once. Catherine Segru wins. Catherine Segru wins something very special also. One custom Wonderbolt custom figurine made by Electric Mayhem.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice. Very
Awesome.
nice.
Valued at $2,000.
Let's see, I'll post, do I have the picture up of it? I did have the picture up of it. Let me post that winner's picture up. Here we go. Going into the Rainbow Dash Wonderbolt. The next winner is ticket number 84, who is One Trick. One Trick has won something. Ooh. One Trick has won a randomly opened blind bag, one Rainbow Dash brushable, and a poster print.
Nice.
Hey.
And a picture of Inky Notebook doing a duck face.
You know what? If someone draws my pony doing that, I will take a picture of myself personally doing it and then action it.
Inky, give it to me.
God.
Inky, give it to me. I'll do it for you. I'll draw the pony.
I'll draw it.
Yeah, I'll give you.
Everyone draw my OC pony doing a duck face, and then I will take a picture of myself doing it, and I'll just make like a collage and print it out.
It's just a whole duck face of Inky.
Everyone has to do this now. This is going to be awesome. All right.
I think we just created a new
drop
meme
a
here.
link to it or something.
All right. The next winner is ticket number 61, who is Jesus.
Wait. Jesus won a prize?
Wait a minute, he came back and he didn't tell me? What the hell? We were supposed to know if he came back, right?
Jesus has won one randomly open blind bag, a cheerily brushable, and a poster print.
Wait, are you sure that's not Jesus?
I actually knew. That's actually good because I know Cheerily is Jesus' favorite pony. So.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It might be. So we have ticket number 214, who is Robert Erickson. They win one randomly open blind bag and two poster prints.
Nice.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
I just can't get over the whole Jesus thing.
I know a guy named Jesus, and I actually got my ball python from him.
Wow.
It's a friend of mine named Jesus who raises ball pythons, and all of his snakes are named after dictators.
That sounds like quite a character. Is this guy at Stony Brook?
Yes, he is.
Stony Brook is an interesting place, I gotta say.
Ego, if you're going to make a terrible pun like that, say it out loud. Ego was saying you would think Chrysalis would be Jesus' favorite pony because she's so, holy.
Oh.
I don't know. I was
Not drunk enough for that. Not drunk enough for that.
Let Undead. Is that you, Matt Winter? Because I think I know who Let Undead is. Because if he's at Stony Brook, it might be him. If it's not, then I'm wrong, and I feel bad.
Small pony world.
So the next winner is ticket number 427. Oh, it is Matthew Winter who's in the chat. But Daniel Lem, I can't pronounce that. Whoever that is.
Not Lemzip.
Oh God. Okay. Well, anyway, they win.
Daniel Smith.
Daniel Lem.
I think it's Lem.
They win a randomly open blind bag, a cheerily brushable, and a custom derpy scarf by Fantasy.
Nice.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Has Fantasy actually made these, or is she just doing slave labor right now?
She is in the that's the issue. She is in the process of making these. These scarves and the customs are still coming in, so everyone will have to wait a little bit. So bear with me with shipping. But they will come.
Godspeed, Fantasy. Godspeed.
The next winner
toiling away in the traveling pony sweatshop.
I think this person is in the chat room right now. We have ticket number 181 with Jason Ranciere. I think you're in the chat. You contacted me before. If you're still here, you have won. Are you still here? Because you win something special. Ask Cadriel is here. Okay, Cadriel is Jason Rance here. You have won a Shadow Bolt Rainbow Dash costume by Electric Mayhem.
Nice.
Nice.
Toss a photo up there.
Let me get that picture.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, that's very awesome.
That is
That's
the
a good
picture.
prize. That's a good prize.
That's
There
an
you
awesome
go.
prize.
It's a wonderful prize.
That is nice. That is really nice.
I'm still waiting on them to come in the mail, but they will be shipped out ASAP.
Let me slap that up on the stream
Yeah.
itself for everyone to see. This
It will be
wonderment.
personally shipped out by Derpy Hooves herself.
Oh no! Don't say that. Then they'll get a box of muffins instead.
Oh, Cadriel says this is his first plastic pony. Congratulations on getting your first pony.
So they say there's nothing like your first time.
I wouldn't know.
Alright, we got ticket number 21, who is Norman Kevin. They get a randomly open blind bag, a Rainbow Dash brushable, and a poster print.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, we have ticket number 160, who is John Morgan. That's really funny because I know someone with that name.
Maybe it's the same guy.
If it is, then they have won a randomly open blind bag and the custom Colgate scarf by Fantasy.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
We have one more scarf to give away too. Let's.
I just don't know what went wrong.
I will repeat the last winner. That was ticket number 47 with Reading Rainbow, who won a randomly open blind bag, an Applejack brushable, and a poster print.
Applejack is best pony.
Yes. All right. I did pick another winner while the stream was down. That is ticket number 200, who is Jeffrey Getrum. And haha, here goes the last scarf. Got a randomly open blind bag, 2 poster prints, and a berry punch scarf.
Nice.
Awesome.
Make sure the leather's out to the bar.
Yeah, everyone has to come out to the bar. Alright, we have 2 more people to pull.
Hang on a second.
Before
it would seem that there's still a problem with this. I mean, I'm seeing it. I don't see. Yeah, I see it too. I don't see the chat either.
I'm in the chat.
You're in the chat? Okay, so it's going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
Alright, ticket number 118, who is Cody Oliver. You get a randomly open blind bag, a cheerily brushable, and 1 poster print. Yay!
Hey.
Awesome.
And our last of the 15 prize winners, before we get to the 2 big ones, is ticket number 4, who is Agent Scrubs. Okay.
I like that name, Agent Scrubs.
I can't spell it. Oh my god. Well, okay. I was failing so hard at spelling that. You get a randomly open blind bag and 2 poster prints. Alright. And now we get to the 2 big prize winners. As I announced before, on streams and stuff, the first prize winner gets the Derpy prize, which is a mini Derpy plush made by Evil Sugar. Here's a picture of 2 big ones and the mini one. The mini one is the one that we're giving away. One of the big ones is in the museum now, and the other one went to one of her friends. But if we could pull up the mini Derpy. I put the picture in chat.
Wow, that's awesome.
Let's give a new home. I'm so jelly to whoever gets Mini Derpy because she's been here for about a day and a half, and I've just kind of been loving her so much. For Blaza 99 in the chat. Now the big prize winners are those who donate over 150. No. The big prize winners are for everyone to win. It's a randomly drawn prize thing. It doesn't matter how much you send in, just you buy tickets and you can buy an unlimited amount of tickets, and that just kind of increases your things. But everything is distributed really fairly, so everyone has a chance to win the big prizes. Alright, so let's get a little drum roll for one trick is in the thing, I think, so he won something before. But yes, drum roll for the first prize, for the jerky prize. Ticket number... Okay, ticket number 72, someone by the name of Mikhail. Woo! His one derpy. There's no last name, I think.
You're giving Russians our secrets?
We don't know if they're Russian or not. We don't know.
All right.
Are you or have you ever been a member of the Russian people?
Hey, it's not like they're part of the KGB. We're okay. We're okay.
Alright, so we have one last grand prize to give away, and this is the all-expenses paid trip up to $1,000, so that's definitely cause for drum roll.
I'm going to take a shot while I'm doing the drum roll.
This is going to be called the Twilight Sparkle Award.
Okay, guys, here it comes.
Alright, the winner of the grand prize trip of their choice is ticket number 43. No, ticket number 43, who is Forest Rain.
Oh my God, no way. Oh, damn it.
Ow.
Who's flailing on chat?
Oh my goodness. Congratulations. So Forest Rain, let me get this straight. Forest Rain wins the trip to the con?
Wow.
That is awesome. Forest Rain, you are going to be...
Congratulations.
You are going to be traveling to BronyCon or Everfree at your choice, and the museum is going to pay your way up to $1,000. This is an amazing prize, and congratulations. I'm very happy for you that you won such an amazing prize. Everybody...
And I know the theme... Yeah, I know the theme from Wheel of Fortune isn't playing right now, but imagine it is. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Let's give him a hand, everybody.
Well, considering that he masterminded the Massive Smile project, I think he deserves this.
Yeah.
That was just amazing.
I'll be writing everything up and posting it soon, but yeah.
And we'll see you there.
Yeah, they'll be able to come out, and I hope I see everyone at the cons. Especially everyone in here, because you're all artists for the museum, so.
Cool. So, guys, that was one heck of a drawing. Inky, you're done with your drawing now, right?
Yep, that is everyone. I'll be posting a little, I guess, a Google document, like in the next 5 minutes, I guess, and I'll post it in the chat too, so everyone can take a look in case I butchered names, which I did with that one guy, Daniel something.
Lemke, I think.
Lemke.
That's why they call you the Butcher of Baghdad. I never got that.
Oh, before. Yeah, I said Lemsip, which is actually a cold remedy in the UK, but
yeah, Lucario reminds me, you can't forget about the Duck Face project.
Oh yes, the Duck Face project.
Oh yeah, Duck Face project.
Project Duck Face
right now.
So,
and just a quick reminder for everyone in the chat, I am hosting something called Dear Princess Celestia. It's a project Dear Princess Celestia, where you write a handwritten letter and you send it to me, and it's going to be Dear Princess Celestia and signed Your Faithful Student with your ponies on the name. And I'm going to be compiling all of these letters. You write about what you've learned about friendship, how the show has impacted you in your life, what have you learned from this, and then it's going to be compiled into a book, displayed in the museum at BronyCon, and then presented to Lauren Faust herself at the con as a thank you for everything that she's done. There has been an address change for the letters because I am about to get out of college for the semester, and I will be home. I did include both addresses on the Google document, so if you guys can find that there, I did write it up on the website travelingponymuseum.com as well. I will be making more announcements. Hopefully I'll put more announcements up on EQD in the nightly roundups, since all my stuff tends to go there, before BronyCon. So keep an eye out and send me your letters.
And that is safe for work letters. If you have a letter for Princess Celestia, John Joseco is available.
I do open and screen them. I do open and screen the letters, and I have gotten some interesting letters. Nothing bad. Some actually really cool letters. One was a 7-page letter from someone who was in the military or the army. I can't remember off the top of my head, and they had gone into drugs and drinking and come out of everything through ponies, and now they're thinking about marriage with their girlfriend. And it was a 7-page letter, just really beautifully written and stuff like that. And I got a email recently from a group of remote Indonesian bronies who are sending a mass box of letters for the project as well.
Okay, guys, I got to interrupt. This is now your last chance to bid on that amazing John Joseco poster commission because you have to have your bid in for 5 minutes to have it be clinched. We're not allowing sniping this time. We don't like sniping in this group, right, Inky?
Yeah, we don't like sniping here. We got sniped out of something awesome, like, just the other day, and I was just so sad.
Yeah, it was awful. So, if you want to bid, now is your last chance. There's a standing bid of $400 by Stria. You've got around 60 seconds, probably, to go onto that DeviantArt page and make your last-minute bid, or else Stria will be the lucky winner of a poster commission by John Joseco.
Now, this is a poster drawn by John rather than a photograph of John making a duck face.
Exactly. Although, if you're lucky, we might be able to convince him to include the duck face picture absolutely free.
I would pay $400 for that.
So,
and Ego has just drawn Inky's pony making a duck face. So just a quick sketch here.
Oh God, I'm scared to look. Wow. Oh God, it hurts a little bit because Inky is a cult. I can imagine him making that face. I don't know why he ended up being a cult. That is hilarious. I please color that, and that will become my profile picture for everything.
So we've only got a few minutes left, and I wanted to turn things over for the last few minutes to Bronies for Good, our surprise extra charity guest. And I'd also like to have D-Pad come on. And D-Pad, why don't you talk to the guys from Bronies for Good and figure out what they're up to lately? D-Pad?
Wait, who am I talking to?
You are talking to Bronies for Good.
That would be me, good sir.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't pay enough attention. Oh God, this is embarrassing.
No, it's okay.
Bronies for Good. Am I supposed to be asking something because I have nothing prepared?
That's fine. You don't have to have anything prepared. Just
Bronies for Good. What's that all about?
Exactly. Just parlay with the good ponies.
Well,
what do you guys want to talk about?
Well, basically what I have been sent to tell you about is the current status of the Seeds of Kindness fundraiser as of May 5th, which is we are now at $17,000 as of now.
Wow, holy moly.
So we've already fully funded the clinic, and we're about 1/10 of the way to funding the Sustainable Village in Burundi, which will take $50,000. And that one, if we manage to get that, there will be something amazing that will be given to the entire community. Can't tell you what, but it will be amazing.
But we've just funded a clinic in Uganda, is that it?
Yes, we did. Funded the clinic, and apparently the project manager over there was quite in tears when she found out that a bunch of Bronies of ourselves was able to do that for them. So,
well, how did you come up with that? Where did that start?
Funny story, actually. We were basically kind of looking into groups to kind of help out, and after we were doing the Children's Cancer Association, we really wanted to do something that was a little bit more focused in, in the developing world. And lo and behold, one of our other Bronies for Good, for lack of a better term, came in contact with this lady by the name of Lisa, and she told us about these projects in Uganda and Burundi, and well, we were looking for another album to do anyway, so just kind of started working with her, and then we met Telephy, who happens to actually be a co-chair in the group. It's called Your Siblings, so it's a pretty cool group. It's pretty awesome. Check them out, support them, and put together the album, put it out, and we picked up a few friends along the way, Child and Pony Museum, Everfree, and most notably Forrest Ray, who produced the Massive Smile project to kind of help with driving donations and everything. And I almost forgot to mention, because we've already reached that milestone for the clinic, there is going to be an animated video made of the Massive Smile project. So
wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be really cool. And that's being animated by Brony Dance Party. And, yeah, it's going to be...
Oh, I love Brony Dance Party. It's great.
Indeed.
That I can't
He's an awesome guy. He's too funny.
Yep. And the other thing that I was... that I wanted to bring up was something that we were recently told about, which was a Brony book drive for Harbor UCLA by the SoCal Brony group. So any of you SoCal Bronies who aren't doing anything on Saturday the 19th of May, you should go out to Redondo Beach, which happens to be my hometown, to the Redondo Fun Factory. Join them for a day of merriment in the arcade, and be sure to bring some, coloring books, Sudoku puzzle books, crossword puzzle books, coloring things, any little thing that you could bring that along, and join them for a day of arcading and good laughs and Brony things, and donating a few things
and
making children
absolute
smile.
certain you harass him while you're there.
Yes, absolutely. And, making kids smile, because who does not want to make a child smile?
I don't. Kids.
Oh, something's gonna get squeed. Something's gonna get squeed. Well, I suppose it is midnight in most parts of the listening audience, but it's still gonna get squeed. Okay, guys, it seems like that's all the time we have for today. I wanted to thank all of our wonderful guests, the incredibly talented artists, Egophiliac, PixelKitties, John Joseco, and of course our guest co-host, Garrett Gilchrist, the world's most talented actor. I also wanted to thank Inky Notebook of the Traveling Pony Museum, and I also wanted to thank our special surprise charity guests from Bronies for Good. You guys have been incredible, and thank you all so much, and hope to speak to you guys again, and we'll be in touch for future appearances.
We shall return with more of our
Forever Alone.
Duckface project.
Duckface is
Do it.
forever.
Everyone
Alright,
has with Duckface. Everyone.
And with that, this show comes to a close.
Can I ask one question?
Forever with some gratitude.
Oh, the old gray mare was fighting at the front, fighting at the front, fighting at the front. The old gray mare was fighting at the front many long years ago. Many long years ago. Many long years ago. Oh, the old gray mare was fighting at the front, fighting at the front, fighting at the front. The old gray mare was fighting at the front many